98-year-old David Saunders proudly served his country during World War II and the Korean War. After he died of COVID in August, the Louisiana man's family honored his wishes by donating his body to science. Little did they know he'd end up here, his body on display in a conference room at the Portland Marriott downtown waterfront, the centerpiece of a live autopsy and dissection before a paying audience.
So today we are saying enough.
On Thursday, the Multnomah County Commission took the first step to stop this type of pay-per-view event from ever happening again. A proposed county ordinance would ban the public display of human remains for profit.
We still have a lot of work to do, passing further legislation at the state and federal levels to ensure that there are stricter laws in place to prevent this from happening again.
Kimberly DeLeo, Multnomah County's chief death investigator, tried to stop the event before it happened last October. But police and prosecutors told her, as the law was written, there was nothing they could do. Video taken inside the event by our sister station King TV showed more than 24 people watching the dissection as part of the Oddities and Curiosities Expo in Portland. Tickets sold for up to $500.
It's extremely concerning and very troubling.
After seeing news coverage about the controversial event, a funeral director in Louisiana recognized the name of the man whose body was on display. David Saunders' wife, Elsie, spoke with county commissioners by phone.
I'm deeply hurt and frustrated that I was unable to save my husband from the violation of his remains. I was duped by selfish and immoral people for the sake of their personal monetary gain. Added to my grief for his loss is the vision in my mind of his naked and defenseless body being dismembered like a butcher preparing an animal carcass for sale.
The controversial event put on by an organization called Death Science raised ethical and moral questions. It also negatively impacted legitimate body donation programs, explained Tamara Ostervoss of OHSU.
It's incredibly harmful. Our program, for example, we support over 2,000 learners throughout the state of Oregon. And these sort of disreputable programs impacts their education, and it really impacts healthcare outcomes for future generations.
The proposed county ordinance targets the commercialization of displaying dead bodies to the public. It's meant to be a deterrent to prevent something like this from ever happening again.
Kyle joins us now. Kyle, what about funeral homes, medical schools, museums? Seems like there are some legitimate reasons that a corpse might be on display.
Right, there are. And the county attorneys who wrote this ordinance recognize that. They created carve-outs or exceptions for accredited funeral homes, museums like OMSI, and universities like OHSU.
This is so rare. Do we really need a law on the books about this?
Yeah, it is rare. But they want to make sure they never see it again. I mean, I've spoken several times with the man's widow in Louisiana, and she's devastated. It was hard enough losing a loved one, but then to have her husband displayed like this, it's wrong. Basically, a law on the books would be a deterrent and give officials the tools they need to stop an event before it happens.
Yeah, I can't believe we need it, but obviously we do. Thank you, Kyle. Appreciate it.